Welcome back, the Elden Ring Firebomb Challenge. It's been a while, and I've got something a little different for you today. So, I was a little bit disheartened. Uh-oh, controller not responding. Damn it. Actually, game not responding. There we go. I was a little disheartened when I was kind of bludgeoning myself on Radon. Grinding for those butterflies sucks, and I didn't feel great about the run, so I took a little bit of a break, and I started the crossbow run, and I'm pretty far in the crossbow run now. I'm about at the same place actually as the pot run, but something kind of made me come back to the pot run, and we're going to do a little bit of testing today. So we're going to load up this guy, obviously a profile that is not legitimate. Max level everything in the 700s of the level, and we will see. I'll pause here for a second so it loads. So yeah, the long and short of it is that when I was doing the fire giant with crossbows, I kind of got really disheartened and thought there's no way that this is possible with pots. So we're actually going to come in with this hacked profile and do a little bit of testing. There's this profile, once I activate all these things, does not have a hitbox. He cannot be hit by anything, so it kind of allows us to just, do testing. So let's see. I don't think I need any of that. Probably could have done this while I was paused, but here we are. So yeah, I use this character to test all sorts of stuff. So what we have here is when I throw a pot, you'll see it doesn't actually use the pot. We've got max everything, 99s across the board. We've got, give me one of everything. Give me a million of everything, so we can craft whatever we want. The only limits are, like, for example, there's only 10 ritual pots. So what I did was I went and I made one of every pot so that we can test them out. The only one we're missing is the albinoric pot, but that just prevents people from using their cibbies, and that's not relevant to what we're going to be doing. So I would never take a profile like this online because I'm not a loser. But you'll see that I won't take any damage from anything. So I'm going to basically... Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot to get my spells set up. Because what I want to do is I want to see what we're dealing with the fire giant. So we'll have to count. We'll have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 when we throw pots. But essentially, what I'd like to do is to use bleed pots. Yeah, bleed pots and rot pots. And see how far that gets us. And then maybe some poison pots. Yeah, we'll put some poison pots on there too. So what's cool about that, I guess, is that we don't need any, we need no spells for this. We need no, buffs, because the poison and the blood scale off of arcane. So if you have 99 arcane, that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, we don't have any spells. Stand by one. Do some of this, then some of this, and then some of this. And there we go. You guys remember the scene in The Matrix when they download all the data into the guy's head? Kind of a dated reference, but some of you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll put... Oh, you know what else I need? I need... some memory stones, so I can cast spells. Oh, it's gonna say like that on the ground there are some memory stones because I just gave myself like 20, and you can't have more than what 10 slots? I forget how many slots. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 10 slots. So we're gonna have. Let's see, we're gonna have. Where is it? Golden Vow, and we'll. Oops. We're gonna have support incantations. We're gonna have. Flame. Well, we won't need Flame Craving Strength. That won't help. The other ones I'm thinking of Howl. Yeah, I guess that's not that's an offensive spell technically. Okay, but like I said, we're actually not going to need that for now. I've already tested, and things like rot and things like poison are not actually affected by like poison ticks and stuff. They're not affected by this. They're not affected by this. They're not affected by this. They're affected by none of that. So we're going to see how many it takes to proc a rot, and then the next rot, and then the next rot, and so on and so forth, and see how much that damage that does. And then we'll see how much damage we can do with 20 like blood pots, and like where the break point is. We have no hitbox. Well, actually, Torrent does though. That's funny. I didn't realize that. Just to show you, because they have no hitbox. Okay, so. Oops. I guess that got him. Yeah, you know what? I don't like this because I kind of missed him with it. No, it proc the rot. That's all I need to know. Okay, so now we're just gonna sit here and watch him rot out for a little bit because he's definitely rotting. So 2 rot. Let's write this down. Oh, that's so funny. I have the wrong thing up. That's the one for pots. The wrong OSB thing. Yeah. Whatever. Well, let's write this down. Let me pull up my. While we're waiting. Firebombs. I guess I should keep an eye on how much health it's doing to him. So 2 rot pots proc. And then we'll write down how much damage it did. So we just have to sit here and watch this for a little bit. Technically speaking, with just the rot pots, you could do this for level 1. Okay, 5097. Write that down. Okay, let's see how many it takes from there. Okay, 1. 3. Was that the first one that hit him? Yeah, weird. Okay. That was the first one that did 1 damage, so I'm going to assume that that was the first one that hit him. So we're going to call this 2. Oh, so it was 2 the next time. Okay. 2 rot pots for the second proc. I think we'll have to do this again, just to make sure. And here, you guys will see my notes. We'll see how much damage total we did. Probably, well actually, almost definitely 5097 is going to be the number. Or within 1 or 2 of that. It's kind of gratifying to just watch him slam around like that. Impotently wailing on me with that dinner plate. We're gonna put these notes under Fire Giant. So we know what we're gonna get after that. Okay, so we're coming up on 5097 here. Got him into his 1.5 phase where he starts doing fire magic. Oh man, I didn't see what happened. I'll have to go back to the VOD and check. Okay, let's see how many it'll take. Come on, good data. Good data. That's one. That's two. Missed that one. Didn't hit that one. That's three. Not see if it was close to being 3 rot pots and I waited too long in between 2 of them, that can screw with the data here. I wish there was a fast forward button. There is, but every time I've tried to use it, it has crashed the game, so so if it's 5097 or somewhere, then like 5 of that, we know that that's probably got the same effect too. Oh, no you don't. The other nice thing is that if we spec into this and we just go arcane, I can actually have health. 5097. Somewhere around 6,000. Yeah, right on the dot. Okay, I'm gonna assume that the second one. Okay, so the 4 rot pots. So we're up to 8 rot pots. So this is the end of us using rot pots, essentially. But we're gonna check this anyway. 4th proc. Okay. So that is not right. Obviously the math there isn't mathing, so we get 3 rot pots. I'll put this one in here. Put this one in parentheses. And we'll clean this up a little bit. Okay, clean that up a little bit. So that's our strategy, and that's probably going to be that we use for ritual pots. Bring 10 of those, and use 8 of them. Let's have a couple more. So we're going to restart his fight, and then we're going to check poison and see how many poison it takes at 99 arcane to proc a poison. We are going to use regular poison because regular poison will do more damage at the end of the day than the, like, quote, deadly poison. It'll just be slower, and we want more damage. Okay, now we check poison. data going. So poison. 2 poison pots. 2 pots for first proc. And we're gonna clean this one up a little bit. Second. You don't see what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning up the document here. Okay. Well, we're gonna wait this one out and see how long it takes. See how much damage we get out of it. Now you can look up these numbers, but I feel better when I test it myself. Because I found things to be wrong on the wiki. And it's not a real wiki, it's not a wiki. Like, anyone can edit wiki. So, I did not try and fix it myself. What am I going to do with all those rubies? I don't even know. Okay, 2095. So we're getting 2095 out of a poison. We'll check that again. Okay. Let's do that. We'll check. Now we'll do another one of these. 2, 3. Okay, 4 for the second one. That means we'll get 20 of these, possibly. So we've got possibly 2 slots, 2 ritual pot slots, that we could put like spicy magic pots in or something like that. We'll have to figure out what we want to put there. Coming up on 2095. Perfect. Okay. Let's check the third rock. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 5. Okay, 5. Second. Yeah, this is. We're getting some diminishing returns on this. So the status effects that we can use. Rot, poison, bleed. Frostbite is not really viable because he has crazy frostbite resistance. I mean, go figure, look where he's living. It would be nice because if we were going to use frostbite, we could combine it with some other stuff. I'm just going to leave. We could combine it with some other stuff to increase our damage, like our magic damage. But, oop, I didn't mean leave like that. I thought that was the little entry trench. We'll just hang out here. 5. Tick. There we go. Now, next proc. 1. 2. 3. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. 4. 5. Okay, it was 5 again. It was 5. So I think that might be... I'm gonna check the wiki. To corroborate this data, but maybe that's where it ends. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the third proc is where things... See, it shouldn't take the 5 pots. That shouldn't happen because resistances don't change after the third proc. So we're just going to delete that, and we're going to delete this. And we're just going to put a little plus there. A little plus there. Now you guys will know what I'm talking about. A little plus, just to indicate that's where we're at. So sleep pots are a thing. I don't see them as being a useful thing in this fight. We're not setting up anything. That's what they're good for. So the next thing we're going to test is hemorrhage. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna... Nah, we're close enough. We'll wait. So the way bleed pots work... So the way bleed pots work is they will do some damage. So each one should do 113 damage and 242 ticks of bleed if they all hit. Which is almost enough to do a bleed all on its own for this guy. But we will see. Okay, here we are. This is confusing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need a fresh start. I screwed that up. Look, there's a skull down here. What the heck? Oh, I did not hit the, apparently there's not a, you instantly die there wall, because I'm immune to fall damage right now, because I have no hitbox. So I gotta jump off the right cliff, or else I end up in this limbo. Yeah, I don't know what happens if I warp out of here. Actually, you know what? I'll just do this. Yeah, there we go. That'll reset the boss. I was worried about, like, not dying, but warping out, because you can make it so that you warp. You can warp during combat. I don't have that selected right now, but you can do that. If you so choose. So, it looks like... See, I've never thrown a bleed pot once. Not even once. So, we're gonna learn how bleed pots work, too. Here. Okay, so we throw one. Looks like there's like 5 or so ticks. This is the second pot. The third pot. And that was a bleed. So we got a bleed on the third pot. But this is why I'm a little confused here. So let me read a little bit while he's wailing on me. The flies attack up to 3 times, inflicting both damage and hemorrhage each time. It also does 1 additional instance of physical damage when it first hits. So the maximum that it will I think this is the yeah, this is the bleed buildup. So we can get 300 bleed off of each pot if all 3 hit, which means we will need a minimum of 2 pots. So let's see if I can make it happen. Well, no, see, he's been bled once already, so rather, let's see if we can make it happen by throwing at his torso. Wow, okay, that's reliable. Sorry, force a habit. Okay, don't want that to happen. So, it's a lot more likely that he's gonna get hit with all those flies if we hit him up there. Okay, don't want to hit him while he's rolling, that's bad. Re-aiming's nice. Still haven't gotten that second proc. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we got a second proc. I don't know how many we threw, but it's a lot. And then there's a weird thing about bleed that like you're resistant to it for a little while after you get hit. Stand by. No, there are no cooldowns or limits to prevent hemorrhage from being repeatedly and or instantly triggered. Yeah, here's the notes. This is in PvP. Yeah, okay. So, as far as I can tell, there's nothing that stops him from um, taking bleed like repeatedly in a small amount of time. But you can see that it sure as hell didn't take. Let's see, in theory, it should have taken 1, 2, 3. So 3, 3, 6, 9. It should have taken 3 pots, and this last time it should take 5 pots. So we'll see how many it takes. 1, 2, 3. This is a real test. So 4, 5, 6. Missed. Let's call that 6. 7. This is a good time for bleed. 8. 9. Yeah, see, 9? Are you kidding me? Can't. That's not viable. Even if it was 5, that means that after the first couple, technically speaking, it should only take us 2. First one should only take us 2. Second one should take us 3. And the rest should take 5. So after the first 2 procs for 5, we could get, essentially, if we're perfect, we could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get 5 procs total. That's 50% of his health. Again, if everything's perfect. I don't know if bleed is going to be viable because you just saw me. I mean, if this ain't ideal conditions, I don't know what is. I guess I could just punish some attacks because it's got to proc all three for that to work. Okay, so it's got to do that like 784. Oh, that's nice. See, I can't even get it to do all three. Okay, I mean this is a time that you want to throw bleed down because he will just sit there. He's just gonna sit here losing time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so the second phase is actually gonna be easier to get these to proc because he doesn't move as much. Doesn't matter where we hit him, as long as he's in the flies. It's okay if we kill him, we can revive him. Yeah, see, there's another one. But we're not gonna kill him. In fact, we're just gonna do this. I said we're gonna do this. Okay, so let's recap. And bleed theoretically does 10%. 10%, which on the fire giant should be about 4,000 ish. Let's call it 4,200. So rot with see, this is where I knew we were gonna end up. We needed to do this, but I knew we were gonna end up here. Where is our breakpoint? So with the rot, we can get, with the ritual pots, we can get 15,000 damage done. So that's 15,000. With the poison, let's just say we use 10. The diminishing returns on that sucks. Oh, this should be funny. Let's see. So it should do 291. Oh, so we are getting numbers that we should be. Nice. So the numbers I was testing were consistent. The second proc might be 3. So I'll put that in there. Yeah. And then the 5 pots for the 4. Yeah, it's the same as bleed. It's just because the rot pots are so sexy that they just work, man. I'd like to actually I might have to test that again because in theory they should not be working that well. That shouldn't be 4, it should be 5 pots for the third proc. Yeah, it should be 5 pots, not 4 pots. 4 pots should only give us 1,200 buildup, and supposedly the fire giant has 1,300 resistance. So realistically, we don't need to really test that, because whether it's 4 or 5 doesn't matter that much to us. So where does it stop being useful for the poison pot, for example, to have uh, the poison pot to when does it stop being useful? Because after a certain point, 5 pots with some other pots will give us a better return than 5 pots of poison. 5 pots of poison will give us only um oh my god, he shouldn't be getting Scarlet Rot off of 2 pots the second time. Okay, that I have to test. That's a lot of a change. It should be 3 again. We'll check it. While we're talking, we'll check it. So he has 50 fire resistance, 20 holy resistance, 0 magic, 0 lightning. So we're probably going to get magic or lightning pots for our final round out of this. The question is how many? How many pots does it take to just regular cracked pots to get more than 2095 consistently? I guess what we need to beat is 1000. 1000 damage. Can I beat 1000 damage with a pot? And I think I can. We're gonna start with magic pot because it's easier to get. It's easier to max out the magic pot than the lightning pot. First, we're gonna do the second rod thing, and then we're gonna homeward bone out of here. And that should be it. Okay, wait. Okay, he's done. 1 pot. 2 pots. 3 pots. Yeah, it's 3. Okay, that's fine. The thing is for 10 ritual pots, I don't think I can beat 15,000 damage. Well, I might be able to. This is why we have these tests. So let's homeward bound out of here. And we're gonna check. We have to equip a different spell. Because we need Terra Magica to really crank this damage all the way up. Well, it's Terra Magica. It doesn't matter what we use. Oh, I do not want to sit here and do this all day. Yeah, we're not doing that. Stand by. There we go. The Hax giveth and the Hax taketh away. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank ourselves all the way up using our usual kind of nonsense. And see how much we can get out of a single Oops. Do I not have the... That's hilarious. I don't have the... Oh, that's funny. I don't have the pre-workout. I don't even remember what it's called. Flask of something? Flask of Wondrous Physic. There we go. Oops. I tried to give myself 20 of them. Whatever. Do I have all the tiers? Well, first of all, I don't have... Stand by. I think I have all crystal tiers. Let's see. I think I already did that for this character. Nope. Let's not break the game. Don't break the game. Okay. Hooray. It didn't break the game. Okay, so what we'll need is magic damage, and I don't think anything else. Yeah, you could just do a double. I love that. Just making sure. I don't think there's anything else that actually helps us. Even if you use this, your intelligence won't go above 99, so... Cool. Just do this. Okay, once again, with feeling, the hacks giveth, the hacks taketh away. I do that so that I can activate this thing easier. Because now you can see I'm under half, or under the threshold. Okay, luckily we don't have to really think about stuff. We can just do our whole routine standing right under him. Because we don't care about Howl of Shaburi hurting him. Okay, so it's a little tricky. And I'll have to figure it out later, but... Okay, so first things we want to do is the Wondrous Physic. That's the no-brainer. Then we do Bow. And then I think we do Terra Magica, as long as he doesn't... Send it. We send it. 2,000. Beautiful. That's good. See, this is the power of stacking your shit. I didn't even have one of these on. And I didn't even have this up. And now without Terra Magica, still 1,000. Yeah, this is good. Exposed. Yeah, so each one of these is doing 2,000, so let's step it back a little bit and do a routine that's a little bit more reasonable. That was like all those that I could even remotely get going. So let's do something a little more reasonable. Howl of Shaburi doesn't last very long, and it's almost impossible to do in there, because if I tag him with it, it's game over, man. So let's instead do Let's do Flame Grant Me Strength, or maybe Commander Standard. No, I think Commander Standard is a aura buff. Golden Vows are better, our best aura buff. We're not going to beat that. Let's do... Flame Grant Me Strength. Oh, my Homeward Bone is there. Nice. And there it will remain. So the conclusion I'm coming to is that Rot is based, but Bleed is cringe. So we're not going to go Arcane. I mean, Bleed will be nice on the second phase, but I don't think we can beat it. Okay, let's start. Oops, gotta get the health down. And then we will do Bleed. Yeah, 2,000. That's without a tier turn Magicka. That's almost enough to beat him. If I was doing 2,000 each one, that's almost enough to beat him right there. 1,400. I think that's after Lord of Blood's Exaltation. We're off. I'm just kind of doing a mock fight here. I really should be counting. Loser. Stupid dodging loser. I would probably use Rot for the first phase because he is way too mobile. Okay, let's see what it's like to fight him now. Reducing the buffs. Yeah, it's not bad to fight him with this, honestly. See if I can get them in the night. Actually, this wrist is kind of is one of the weak spots. 800, that's not great. Okay, so the weak spot hits are 1,000. That's nice. And I don't have all my buffs up or anything. Okay, so let's... We're gonna do a little bit more testing. We're kind of peeling off levels of the build here, one at a time, and seeing how far into the build we need to get. I think maybe the Lord of Bloods thing might not be the best option. But the question that begs is like, what else are you gonna put there? This might be nice, but that only works while we're working him with the poison. Can't do that. That's that's past him. Yeah, see, I don't even know what else you would use here. So that at least your first round. So what we could do is what we would do out here. Not all the way out here, but like in here a little bit. Forgot about this. Start out with the pre-workout. Golden Bow lasts for a long time. Let's see how much damage we can get on. Then grab my strength. Stabby, stabby. Just pretend I can do this in the middle of combat, which I really can. That's not maybe compared to just what it's like. So the key is to get these things first. Because look, once we're now cooking with gas here. Yeah, see, now we're cooking gas. We hardly have any buffs still up, or at least the short-term ones are not up. So the question now becomes, how can we most quickly remove the bone from his leg? That's how you get the damage. You can just keep doing this and popping lots of damage. That was 2,000 we just did. Buffs are off. 1,400. That's the kind of damage we need. Let's see what happens when we hit the eye. 3,000. That's beautiful. But if you miss the eye itself, you get nothing. You get 800. 1,400 for the face. The giant's face, not the fellow goblin's face. 700 feet in the body. And, like, we're starting to lose buffs. Huh. So let's ditch the Lord of Blood's exaltation. Let's ditch the seppuku. We will still be seppuku. We'll still do this out here. I don't know, put something else on there. I can't imagine what would work. Nothing would work. Your dodge roll's better. Where's that? There's something that makes your rolls better. Yeah, like, whatever. I guess it's a little better, but that might just be because we are light rolling. So we're taking off the Lord of Blood's exaltation. Taking that off. We're taking off. Let's not try to do Terra Magica. We're just gonna roll in there with Sippy, Golden Vow, Flame Grammy Strength, and Jellyfish. Let's see what kind of damage we get. See if I can do this in combat. 2,000. 2. Okay, that's not bad. 3. 4. 5. Okay, let's see how many piles I throw to get him down. Now we do have to do this no hit, but I think we can. 6. 7. Yeah, we would have been hit there. 8, but let's just say I hit with all. 8. 9. Okay, this is totally doable. Is it really this doable? I just have to no hit it. This is just for crackpots. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here we go. 15, 16. Yeah, this is doable. That wasn't even all of them. That's using no control pods. Hey guys, the run is back. The run is back on. Yeah, the run is back on. That's not a crazy amount of setup that I just did. Like, that's not like, oh, well, you have to do your entire... What I wanted to check is, like, is it, first of all, is it absolutely possible at all? Which is yes, the answer is yes. Then the second question is like, okay, but do you have to do your entire 10-minute buff routine before each shot? Then you might as well not be pop. Yeah, I think the run's back on. That was a reasonable amount of buffing. Like, this is all, I'm gonna do one more, like, kind of dry run. We are gonna be doing, you know, red feather. We kind of have to. I don't see us being able to do this with like 40% less damage. That's not happening. I'm not going to be using Howl. I'm going to be using Flame Gravity Strength. So while we're driving, do this. Okay, we're going to stay on Torrent until he... Oh, good RNG. Now we do Bow. Flame Gravity Strength. Now not hit me. Do this. Could have done this before. Do this, and then we start sending 1. I said 1. Yeah, 2,000. That's enough. 2. Now we've got the exposed. 3. We punish. Heavily punish. 4. Heavy punish. 5. 1 more. Nah. It's the 5. We'll call that 5. We're at 5 right now. 6. 7. 8. Make sure we're on fire. 9. 10. Half. And it's more than half, because you see he takes more damage when he cuts off his own leg. We're gonna redo this. 11. Here we go. 12. 13. Those eyeball shot at 3. 14. 15. 15. 16. 17. Don't count that one. 18. 19. 20. And that's... No. He didn't die. He didn't die. It's okay. We can revive him. This is funny. He might just be dead when we go in there. But that was 20 exactly. 20 hits. with what, like 4, 5 misses. It's true, it's easier to hit when you're not, when I can just tank through his shots, but no, he's still alive. Right? Yeah, he's still alive. Good. We don't want you going anywhere. Yeah, that was 20 exactly, and that's no ritual pots. Keep in mind that the rot pots will, each one will take out 10% of his health. 5,000, which is more than 10. It's one set. Well, let's see. Let's do some math. 35, 50. What's? Never mind. The math's hard. It's more than 10%. It's 5,000 out of 42,000, which is, I guess, 1/7. Yeah, 1/7 of his health. And we could do that 3 times. So we can get 3/7 of his health, almost half of his health. And what I'd say is after we break that leg, after the initial kind of shoot him up, that's when we hit him with rot. Oh, you know what? That sucks though, because then yeah, that presents its own problems, because if we hit him with rot and then we just are waiting around, like our pre-workout might stop working. Because it does take a while for rot to do damage. Yeah, so the long and short of it is the run is back on. Now there's another thing that I wanted to talk about while we were here. All bell bearings. There we go. I noticed something when I was running through some wiki pages about consumables. Actually, I saw a video about consumables. That's what it was. And I found that there is something else that is pretty close to being a firebomb. It is a throwable explosive of fire. So to me, that's a fireball. Now, give me a moment here. The one that I'm looking for is easy to acquire, so don't mind this part. Good lord. There's a lot of NPCs in this game you can kill. Is Blackguard the end of it? Okay, good. Okay. This. The explosive stone. With a little bit of PC gaming master race magic. So 300 of these. We have 20 times 6, so we can carry 20 into combat with us. Now it's not here with throwable pots. That's one thing that makes me a little upset about this, but here we go. Explosive zone. These ones you can get, but they are not viable. You have to farm them. Not the end of the world. We've farmed before. But these explosive stones seem kind of nice. We're going to go to our usual testing spot. Now keep in mind I am maxed out. They scale with strength. I believe it's only strength. And that lends us well to our sort of standard build, which is fire. You know, volcano pots, fire pots, so on and so forth. So that, I mean, that works out for us. It's not just strength; it's strength and dex, kind of like fire pot. And the damage, it ain't that bad. Whoops. So let's compare that. 390, 329. Compare that to a standard fire pot. Okay, so it's pretty bad. Oh my god. Did that just do poise damage? Oh, or that might be a revelation. Hold on. We might have just learned something huge. It says stand by, people. The point I was gonna make is that it's not even one fire pot. It's not even a half of a fire pot, but it's 20 more that I can carry into combat, which is nice. Okay, I couldn't poise break him. So essentially I want to start using these two. These explosive stones. Do I have to hit him in the face? Is that the deal? Okay, that didn't work. This is gonna kill him. No, it didn't. Okay, interesting. I could have sworn I heard a poise break sound happen. Well, while we're here, we're gonna test something else. We've talked about the Crystallians and how hard they're going to be to beat, and what we're going to need to do to beat them. So let's actually look at it. The other thing that I would consider using that's like it's a little scary because the explosive stone is like, okay, well, the explosive stone, you know, it explodes when thrown. It's a firebomb, right? This one, same thing, just more damage. What about these? This is something that you throw and it explodes. Actually, I think it's this one that explodes. Just give me a second here. And then we're also going to put freezing pots here. Okay. So these really do poise damage. They also do, like, you know, damage. See, these are the little ones, and they scale with int, but then with strength, so they would still work. So the fan goes like this, which is nice, but the chunk... I mean, that's sort of an explosion. I guess the question is that when we run into a brick wall, what do we want to, like, use? I mean, they work. I usually take a different way through here, so I don't even know which way to go. I usually hug a very specific wall. Oh, what's that? It's a stone quartz. I didn't know that was back there. It's good to know. That's an easy stone sword key. That's where I'm going. So we're going to test a couple of things here. First, we're going to test if I can explosive stone my way into poise breaking them. Just going to whack them with 20 of them. Okay, I guess we could put... Yeah, just... Give me a second. So, explosive stone. 15. 30. You ready to poise break it? Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Just poise break. Just poise break already. Well, we had to try. Now check this filth out. Instant poise break. And now we can just... Oh, no? Just massive damage? Is that what it is? Weird. How about this? Still no? Still nothing, eh? No. See, that's a poise break. So, okay, we need a homeward bone. Because I need to figure out, that was a poise break with a firebomb. A fire crack pot. That's huge. Because according to the wiki, actually there is no data on whether they do poise damage or not. But they say they just do fire damage. They don't mention a poise number. Now if I was super clever, I could like get into the code and see what actually I might be clever enough for that. Let's see. I've never tried to look at someone's stance or poise or whatever it is. I know they're two different things and they're related, but they're not the same, and it's all very confusing. Normally I just get a big hammer and wail away at a guy. I'll get this complex. Okay. We're in here. I'm going to look at this guy. I'm gonna get my fancy schmancy things going. Scripts. Param patcher. What am I looking at? Yeah, I know. This is just thrilling. I'm gonna pause this while I'm looking for this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Well, I'll be damned. So, Firepot does 3 poise. Everything does 3 poise. It does 1 poise. This one does 3 poise. This one does 0 poise. This one does 3 poise. This one does 3 poise. Yeah, 3 poise, 3 poise. Let's see what this does. 10 poise. I've lost track. I think it was 10 poise. Let's just see. 3 poise. 3 poise. 3 poise. 3 poise. 3 poise. 3 poise. Hold on. Don't want to mess this up. Okay, so not only, so his poise is tied to his super armor too. So right now he has 4 out of 70. So this will be down to 1, and this will break it. That's wild. Now he doesn't have super armor. And now when I hit him with this, 300. See? Okay, so I don't need to do math on that. He has 70. This does 3. So I can do 60 total with the cracked pots. Let's see what we can do with, like, what's our cheapest? Yeah, this one. No, this one. Our cheapest virtual pot. That one does 3. It still does 3. Okay. So 30 more of these, and yeah, we could beat one of them with this current setup. 20 of these. So they do 3. Yeah. I just wanna, now we're just learning. 43 to 38, that does 6. Oh, this does 6. That's nice. Does lightning do anything to it? Nope, still 3. I imagine everything does 3. Yeah, Maybe. Let's see what this does. See what Rancor Pot does. Just have to do this. No. Whoops. No. Shows it by now. So let's see. The hit does 1. It did a total of 4. Yeah, that was a little better, but those are a bitch to make if I remember correctly. You need like human bone shard. Like that. Yeah, I don't know about these, so look what these do. You do that, and it makes them. That's hardly a throwable pot. They do 4. Okay. This one's definitely the same thing. Oh, we broke him. Yeah. And this one's really not like. Well, that one's a little bit more of a throw pot. A fireball. Yeah, you know, that's another one that's kind of like a fireball. So in like order of what's a fireball, that's a fireball. Almost definitely. Our other like things that you say are like firebombs are things like the ashes. Yeah, see, the ashes. Stand by. Where's the spirit? Like, okay, I guess we'll just do this. Not ashes. We need the yeah, the spirit ashes. Stand by. This will be the next thing that we kind of get is these guys. Yeah, actually they're gonna kill them. Like that would be because they're like, oh, they're pots, right? They're living jars. They're the firebomb made living, kind of like a Iron Jar Alexander. That's kind of like it's gonna be a meme of this run. He's our patron saint. Yeah. So like it's either we start using those, and also like the last one that we could use is stand by. Oh, we got a couple more things we can test too while we're doing this again. This thing, the jar. Maybe it's under here? Yeah, here it is. So we'd be using this. Now, put this away so I can see the parameters again. Okay, we have poise. Oh, did that break his poise? No, it didn't break his poise, but it's... So yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we are launching fire bombs. How much does that do? How much poise does that do? 3, so it does 7. Interesting. You know, that's the other thing we could do is like, oh yeah, it's a fire bomb. But that's a ballista. It's not in the spirit of the run. So I guess the reality that I would rather go with the spirit of the run than the like more literal definition of that. So I think that means explosive stone clumps are in. Gravity stone chunks are in. Gravity fans are not in. I don't like that. That's not a fireball. That's a throwable bomb. Okay, now the next thing we need to check is whether stuff like yeah, we'll just use the magic pot. So will this increase the poise I do? 3, no. It's looking like no, but we'll try all of them. This is kind of fun. This spell is after these guys. That's what they're defending. Nope, still 3 poise. Okay, that's good to know. So no amount of buffing will raise the amount of poise damage you do. Okay, one more thing to test. There is a pre-workout that will help your poise damage, and there's a couple things like that we're gonna check. No, that's boost poise damage. Yeah, that one. And then there's geez, what is it? Is it this one? Is it better to blast through them? No, I guess not. I think I was thinking of this. We'll put it on just to see, but oops, wrong way. And then we'll check this, and that will be that. I guess the other thing I'm thinking of is the Ash of War that coats your thing in rocks. The crag blade. That's not going to be useful here. Okay, 70 poise, and oh my god, it does. It made it so that does 4. It's like 3.9, 3.0019. It made this big long decimal out of his poise, but it gave me 1 more poise. So that means it's 4 instead of 3. That's worth it, actually. That's wild. Because after a 10, you get 1. Yeah, that's. You get 2 more, not just 1 more. Wait, okay, now I have to figure out if it's this or not. I'll do it on the other guy. It is that. It's not the sippy. It's this thing. Check it one more time. No, okay, it wasn't. It is the sippy. It just ran out at a convenient time. And so that sippy doesn't last very long. Okay. So yeah, let's recap what we learned. First thing that we learned, the run is alive. Yeah, the run is alive. We can definitely beat the fire giant. It's hard, but it's not impossible. And it's not crazy. Thing number 2 that we've learned. The mace or the poise breaking sippy does affect the poise that we can do to the crystallians. The crystallians can be poise broken. They have a 70. Here, actually, hold on. Let me write this down. Crystallians. We know what's behind the crystallians. Crystallians, they have 70 poise each. Pots, all pots, do 3 poise. I guess I should test 1 or 2 more things on them. I just don't need, like, how well is a rod gonna work? And ice. Do I have ice and rod ready? Yeah, ice and rod. Cool. So they can be poise broken. It's with pots, it's possible. I just think we have to bring more pots than we can. Get a rot. 1 rod pot. I said 2 rod pots. Okay, that's enough to do it. 1 rod pot and 2 rod pots for you. And we'll see where that gets us. See where that's gonna us. 1 freezing pot. And 2 freezing pots. I mean, that's nice, but 1 freezing pot. And 2 freezing pots. I don't think it makes them take more poise damage. Well, this is a good time to find out. Put this away, because I think he's still frozen. It doesn't make him take more. And he is still frozen. You can see the ice on him. But look at that rot damage. Slay. Slay your enemies. Yeah, that's Scarlet Rod's gonna be how we beat them guys. 2 Scarlet Rod pots apiece. And then watch the fireworks. Easy. The funny thing though is that we don't need to beat them. That's so funny. Yeah. Because Terra Magic is like, we don't really need it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to recapping. So, long and short of it, for that is that, yeah, Rod's gonna be the way we beat them. The thing about poise damage, though, that's good to know. Just put myself here. I do a lot of testing on the fire giant these days. So, nice cinematic view. Maybe we'll get this for the thumbnail. The run is alive. The run is definitely alive. We can beat the fire giant. I don't want to. I kind of want to just take this one boss at a time. I don't want to find out that I can't beat Meliketh. I'm sure we can, honestly. It's difficult, but it's possible. I think we might not be able to beat the Elden Beast, but I have a couple tricks up my sleeve, cheaty-wise, if it comes to it. doing like a like after we beat Radagon, we just refill all our pots, and then we fight the Elden Beast, and it's like, that's the best I can do. Other things that we've learned. Explosive stones? I think they count. They need to go into the arsenal. Gravity fans? Less so. Gravity chunks? Yeah, let's call it that. And then poison stones? Yeah, we'll call poison stones too. I don't know how you get those, but we're going to call those part of the Firebomb Academy arsenal. Let's see, other things we've learned. Uh, we learned about the poise, that's cool. We learned that the Crystallians are pushovers if you use Rot. They're also pushovers if you use Gravity Stones too, but it's nice to know that we can beat them with just the pots. I don't think we're ever going to use that pot cannon. Yeah, I think we're not going to use that. That's going to be our last resort. Yeah, I'm kind of revitalized. I guess one more thing that I've considered is that this I'm really not going to fully put a bow on this one until the DLC comes out. That's going to be a few months because they have the big throwable pot in the DLC, and also it's like cool to try the DLC bosses with any challenge run. So I guess we'll try to do all remembrances. A lot of challenge runs go like as many bosses as you can for like Dark Souls and stuff, but in Elden Ring, I think the version for Elden Ring is all remembrances that you can. Uh, uh, the God-devouring serpent and his buddy, I can't even remember his second phase's name. I'm blanking on it. He's gonna be tough because he has crazy fire resistance. A Moog down below or not below, but like the full Lord of Blood Moog, he's gonna be tough. We're probably gonna play Bleed against him. Bleed just works really well against him. I don't know. We'll try that out later because I think we'll have to beat him to get to the DLC. That's what it looks like. The DLC's behind him with Mikola and all that. We're definitely still gonna try Melania, but the I feel revitalized with this run. So I'll put this video up, obviously because you're watching it. Uh, I just kind of wanted to show the view into what it looks like when I do research. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. If you watch this hour-and-a-half long research session. And we will see you again soon, hopefully, to re-engage on the we're gonna re-engage the main Firebomb run. We're probably gonna start fighting Radon, not trying to kill him with just Rot. I mean, that was fun, but I think we're gonna, just to get the run moving along, I'll come back and do him again with just Rot some other time. Alright, see you next time.